I'm so glad you're here. How'd it go?
Fine. I need you to pack up and have all my husband's things ready. The chauffeur is going to take them tomorrow.
But where to and why?
Because we're going to get a divorce.
Oh, Ana Leticia.
And so please, Leonor, I know what a gossip you are. I forbid you to mention the subject to my grandma. I want to be the one to give her the news myself. Is that clear?
What do you mean you're going to divorce my son? Why, Ana Leticia?
Because that's the way it has to be.
Let's go to the study. We have to talk.
It has already been decided, Facundo.
Ana Leticia, don't abandon him now, please. My son needs you now more than ever. He's going through a severe crisis of his existence. He's struggling to recover his life, and you know that better than anyone.
Well, that is no longer my problem.
You stopped loving him.
Well, love is not everything. And this is something that my uncle is demanding from me, so there's nothing to talk about.
Wait, what does Mariano have to do with all of this? Or it's more important to hear an opinion from your uncle than from your own husband?
To be frank with you, yes. Because you know what? My uncle took care of me my whole life. I'm the most important person.
You're also that to Marcelo. You're what he loves most in the world.
Marcelo has turned his back on our love the very moment he crawled into bed with my own sister and made her his lover. Oh, so you knew about that as well?
The circumstances in which Marcelo
arrived. Oh, you know
arrived.
what? Save your words. I already know about everything. And so does my uncle. So as I'm sure you can understand, he's not going to let your son keep on hurting us, not Ana Lucia or me.
Ana Leticia.
No.
Will you please?
Marcelo will never set foot in this house again. That's final, just so you know. And for that reason, I'm also going to ask you to leave tomorrow. You have no reason to stay here.
Who are you?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to wake you up.
Margarita? Is that you, darling?
Evaristo.
Margarita, come. Come here, sweetheart. Sit down beside me, come. Come.
What's with you, Evaristo? You've always been a very strong man who's imposing. I'm not used to seeing you like this.
I think I must have done something good in my life because, well, here in my final days, I've been granted the joy of seeing you again, sweetheart. My Margarita, my beloved Margarita.
No, don't touch me, Evaristo. Don't, please.
You shouldn't stay so angry like this with life. That's the reason why you're sick, Margarita. All this resentment gave you your cancer. Just let it go. Please think of your daughter, of Soledad. She really needs you too.
You stole her from me, Evaristo. You stole my mother from me. And it's your fault why she became sick.
No. It was all because of that cursed man who abused you. All the hurt that he caused you. You didn't deserve any of it. But he's going to pay for it. I am going to make sure his entire life is destroyed. And it's not just going to be him. It will be all of his family. His daughter. His granddaughter. All of his future descendants will be cursed by me. Not one of them will ever live in peace until the day that I die. I swear it to you, darling.
What are you talking about?
He turned his back on you and the daughter that you conceived together.
You're talking about my father. Who is he? Whose daughter am I? Do you know? Do you know who, Evaristo? Answer me, Evaristo, answer me! Who was the miserable wretch who raped my mother? Who threw us in the trash? Who? Answer me, Evaristo, please, I'm begging you!
I don't know what you're talking about. Leave me and let me sleep in peace. I'm very tired. really exhausted. I was having a dream about Margarita. I think my end is very near. And she also knows it. Do you think that Margarita would ever be capable of giving up heaven for love?
Shut up.
Because you have to know that you and I have already been condemned to hell, Soledad. To the worst possible hell.
Be quiet. Just shut up!
All of a sudden, I fell, Mother, and right in front of the whole class. Everyone was looking at me and they were laughing because my leg was crooked and my arm was all tangled up like in the silk. No, you should have seen the sight I made.
No,
we were laughing.
Honey, I don't know what you're laughing at. The truth is, it sounds very dangerous. I mean, if you're not being careful, Ana Lucia, I'm not going to let you do that anymore, huh? Because you could hurt yourself very seriously, honey. I don't want that, okay?
No way. Don't think I'm going to accept that mistake. No, and I told Emma, let me try it one more time. And that time, it was just perfect. No, everyone in class was excited and they even clapped for me.
That's how you go about it, honey. That you always try to overcome it. Never lose sight of what you want, honey. Never.
In fact, at that moment, Mother, I thought about you and your words. I felt like you were right there by my side, encouraging me, telling me that if I really wanted it, then I'd be able to get it.
Oh, honey. Don't grow up anymore. Just please stay like this forever. Honey, please promise me that you're never going to stop loving me.
But why would you say that? How can I possibly stop loving you when you're the best mother in the whole world? The most beautiful? But most of all, a mother who cooks better than all the rest of them.
Oh, you glutton.
And besides, I think I'm such a lucky girl, Mother, because you're my best friend, my confidant. You're everything to me. And you know what else? Since you're so ticklish, I just love to tickle you.
Dear. Oh, no, please.
Santiago? Santiago? Santiago. Tomorrow, I'm leaving very early for a trip. I'm coming back in 3 days. If you need anything, I have my mobile phone, Ramiro.
Go on and finish your tea, Soledad. It will do you some good. And with some luck, you might even sleep.
I hope so, Chana, but...
Yes, it has orange in it. It has...
No.
Go on and hide. Go on. Go to your room. Coming!
Good evening, Mrs. Chana.
Hello.
I know that it's very late, but when we saw each other at the hospital, you asked me to come and see you at this address as soon as I had spoken with Ana Lucia.
Yes, thank you for coming. Come in. Sit down. So tell me, have you told her the whole truth?
Yes. And as we all expected, she didn't take it very well. She's very angry with me and never wants to see me again. I broke her heart and now she hates me. Ana Lucia hates me.
Oh, my boy, well, what can I tell you? The longer it takes for the truth to come out, the more damage the lie creates. And about Soledad, did she say... Well, did Ana Lucia say anything about her mother?
She's very hurt. She feels deceived, let down by everyone, but mainly by Soledad. She told me that she can't forgive her. She can never look at her as her mother again.
Ana Lucia, my beautiful girl, I'm writing you this letter with my heart broken in pieces, with my soul shattered. I know that by this time you probably have found out about the truth. The truth that you've always demanded from me, and that I refused. That I refused to tell you. I am a big coward, I know. I've made mistakes in my life. Mistakes that turn out to be unforgivable. But if there is any truth to this, it's the immense love that I feel for you. Because ever since you came into my life, I've done nothing but take care of you and offer you a good life that maybe you wouldn't have had if I didn't rescue you from the river. I know that it was wrong of me to keep you. But I'm sure that the heavens brought our paths together at the time when we needed each other the most. You were very little. You had just lost your parents. And I was a grieving woman who needed to give all the love that I had kept tucked away for a daughter. And I turned you into that, into my daughter. You're the greatest motivation I had to keep on living, honey. And now I have to pay for the consequences of my silence, of not saying anything for so many years. But I was so terrified of losing you, of being without you, without your love, without your happiness. I did it all for love, I swear to you. Forgive me, honey. I beg of you. From the bottom of my heart, please keep the most beautiful memories we had spent together. Because for me, I will always carry you in my heart. Goodbye forever, Ana Lucia, my dearest daughter. Please take care of yourself for me. Your mother, who loves you.
But why?
Castillo disappeared.
It can't be. This is not true. No.
The search for the missing triplets was unsuccessful. The triplets of Ana Alvarez del Castillo missing, possibly dead.
My mother.
Ana Lucia, honey?
You're not my mother. You're not my mother.
Yes, honey, I am.
You're not my mother.
Honey, I am your mother.
Mother? I had a horrible dream. I dreamt that you weren't my mother.
Come here. Calm down, my sweetheart. I'm right here. I have always been here, Ana Lucia. Right by your side, my darling. And watching you dance. Good morning, Soledad.
Good morning, Chana.
I brought you a cup of coffee.
Thank you. I have to go out, Chana. I'll be back in a while.
Are you going to look for your daughter?
No.
But Soledad...
Do you think the police are looking for me yet?
Well, I don't know. Maybe you should just stay here. Don't try to go out until we know how things are really going. If you want, I can go and find out for you.
The thing is, I need some money. That's why I have to go out now. I have no choice. I'm going to take the risk.
Is that what you want, Soledad? That the next time Ana Lucia sees you, you'll be locked away in a jail cell?
No, Chana. I am not going to prison. I am not going to give those people the pleasure. I devoted my whole life to Ana Lucia. I gave her all my love. Love is not paid back with a prison, Chana.
Well, then what is it that you want? For them to reward you for keeping a little girl who wasn't yours? You've committed a very serious crime, Soledad. And like it or not, you are going to have to face the consequences.
If I ever go to prison, Evaristo is going to follow me. And you're going to run the risk also, since you agreed to be our accomplice. Thank you very much. Good afternoon, thank you. Tadeo, what?
What were those police officers doing here?
It was about Danielle. Then they told me they were looking for a man, some guy, Orlando Navarro. I don't understand anything. I don't know. I'm just so confused. I don't know what to believe.
Well, it appears that some young man was the one behind, well, what happened to Danielle. But I didn't come here to talk about that issue with you. I came to demand that you stay away from my children.
Tadeo, Iñaki and Javier are also my children.
No, Julieta, they're not. You lost the right that very second when you abandoned them. When you decided to leave our life behind so you could become a woman of society. Or better said, of ignominy.
Good morning, my love.
I don't know what's so good about it.
How sweet. I don't know why you asked me to meet you here. As far as I know, we don't have an appointment to show this house, or do we?
This house, Iñaki, has already been sold. I already found a perfect buyer for it. And they're going to pay in cash.
Who is it?
Isidro Sanchez. That old dumb fool is giving it to my sister Ana Lucia.
So this is what you wanted for yourself, huh? Loneliness surrounded by luxury, right? A millionaire husband who didn't even care to be around when his own son was risking his life in a hospital.
I never forgot our children. Look at this. Remember this? This was drawn by Iñaki, do you remember?
I forbid you from giving Iñaki any more money. I think it's much too late now to even try to win the love that you don't deserve. That you haven't even earned.
Everyone, Tadeo, deserves to have the right to have another opportunity.
Not you. And I'm very sorry that you decided to give up everything you had with me. For a life that in the end you don't like. And I'm not going to stand by and let you drag my sons into your misery. For you to hurt them even more.
Tadeo, I really am very sorry for what I've done. Please believe me. And yes, now I've realized the pain that I've caused them. Give me the opportunity to mend my mistakes. To give them everything that I denied them when I left.
First you give up this life, this big house, all this luxury, and all the money that was always the most important thing to you. And then, and only then, will I believe that you're actually sorry. But in the meantime, I don't want you anywhere near my sons.
It was Claudia. My daughter is responsible. She told Ana Lucia's uncle that the girl had been living in that boarding house. That's why he went there to look for her.
I thought as much when I ran into him. You had already told me that your daughter and that man were friends.
Ana Lucia is still very confused. And Soledad is just now beginning to live the horrible nightmare that she's always tried to escape from.
And I'm in here, Nerina, where I can't do anything. Where's my godson? Why hasn't he come to see me? Where is Santiago?
Are you having second thoughts?
No.
What is it then?
I can't sign these papers.
Why, have you changed your mind?
No, it's not that.
What then?
I don't know how to sign as Marcelo Salvatierra.
Adriana, could you please bring an ink pad in here right now? Thank you. I think that your fingerprints will suffice. There's no need for you to sign. I hope you don't have a problem with doing that.
No, none.
As soon as Ana Leticia signs these papers, you're going to be legally divorced.
I spoke with Ana Lucia. I told her the truth.
I appreciate that. It's the right thing to do, even if it causes pain for my niece.
What's going to happen to Soledad?
Look, that isn't your problem.
Don't go making the same mistake she did. Don't keep her away from your niece. They both love and need each other.
If Ana Lucia knew what that woman did, I don't think she'll feel like ever seeing her again.
She's very hurt and disappointed, but I'm sure that as soon as Ana Lucia listens to her, she will forgive her.
You had a call a while ago from Mr. Alvarez del Castillo. He said your mobile phone might be broken since he hasn't been able to get in touch with you.
My mobile phone has been working perfectly fine. I blocked his number so I wouldn't get his calls again.
But why? Don't tell me you had an argument.
Oh, I don't want to talk about that, man. Honestly, Cecilia, thank you, but no.
Oh.
Not right now. With so many other important things to do.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You're late again today, Soledad. Don't make a habit of this.
Ma'am Veridiana,
Yes?
I just couldn't leave without thanking you for all the things that you've done for me. And if it's not too much of a problem, well, I would like you to give me what I'm due with my wages.
What are you talking about?
I'm so sorry about this, but I'm not going to be able to continue working for you. I mean, I've come back to resign.
Todo es tan real, tierno y celestial. Le pones alas a mis sueños, le pones rumbo y dirección. Todo es tan real. Basta pronunciar tu nombre y se detiene el tiempo.
I'm very impressed. This place is so beautiful.
Yes, absolutely. It's incredible. Why don't we register? How are you, miss? Good morning. We have a reservation. It must be under my name, Ramiro Fuentes.
Give me a moment. Here it is. It's a hotel room for 3 nights.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's 2 rooms. Please check it again.
No, there's only 1 room appearing here.
The other one is probably under my name. Could you check for Ana Laura Alvarez del Castillo? Since my grandmother made the reservations.
No, sorry, miss. There aren't any reservations under that name.
Rompamos todas las cadenas. Eres tú.
All right, miss. Could you please give me another room then? And here, you can charge it if you'd be so kind to my credit card.
Of course.
Thank you.
Think it over first, Soledad. If you stay, I'm sure that Veridiana could arrange something to give you a raise.
No, Ceci. It is not about the money. It's more of a personal problem.
Can I help you in any way?
No. But thank you for asking me.
I'm going to miss you. You're very serious. Very withdrawn, but well, I have become fond of you.
Yes, it's mutual, Ceci. And I'm very grateful for your heartfelt friendship. And for all the times that you've listened to my problems, I'm grateful for everything you've done.
You don't have to thank me for anything.
Soledad, here's what we owe you for your wages and for the embroidery that's still pending.
Thank you very much.
Why do you want to leave, Soledad?
I was asking her the same thing, but she doesn't want to tell me anything.
Could you give me a few minutes alone with her, please?
Yes. I wish you all the best, Soledad.
Thank you.
Soledad, come on. Please tell me what I can do to convince you not to leave us.
I'm very sorry, madam, but it's just that the decision has already been made.
No, but at least I deserve an explanation, don't you think so?
Well, yes, but it's just that I can't offer you any. Don't you worry. Pretty soon you'll understand.
Pretty soon? Oh, what's going on, Soledad?
I'm going to get my things now. Excuse me.
Soledad? I know that you're a very private person, but don't think I'm trying to pry into your personal life.
No need to worry, madam. The thing is that, well, yes, I am very withdrawn. But I've always been like this.
I only want you to know that you can count on me. And if you need anybody, please tell me.
Thank you very much. Excuse me.
Are you sure that there's going to be no problem with the way I signed this?
None, on the contrary. But legally speaking, your fingerprints are worth more than your own signature. Well, in this case, Marcelo's signature.
I'd like to speak to Ana Leticia for the last time.
Don't even think about it.
I've said goodbye to Ana Lucia and I want to do the same with my wife. And after I'll disappear completely from both of their lives, just like you asked me.
I'm going to mention it to Ana Leticia. And if she agrees, well, I won't object to it.
Thank you.
The one who worries me most right now is Ana Lucia. After having a talk with you, I can imagine that she must be very confused.
I destroyed in 1 second the entire world that she thought she knew. The world she was used to and where she felt happy. I took everything she loved away.
But you also returned to her the life that was stolen. Her surname, her family.
Ana Lucia, honey.
Good morning, Mrs. Narina. How is Mrs. Remedios?
She's doing fine. What about you? Just take a look at the state you're in.
And my mother, do you know if she's around here?
No, last night she left just a little shortly after you left yourself with Santiago. And today she hasn't been in here the whole day. Is something wrong, Ana Lucia?
I'm going to say hi to Mrs. Remedios.
Are you going to stay with her? It's just that I wanted to go to the boarding house for a shower and get some rest for a while.
Yes, of course. Don't worry. Go ahead. I can stay here for as long as necessary. I can bring my things.
Thank you very much.
If by any chance you see my mother, tell her that... No, don't tell her anything. It's better if I say nothing.
Ana Lucia, if you want me to, maybe I should just stay here with you.
No, really, there's no need. You've been here the whole night. You better go home and get some rest.
Thank you. I'll see you later.
Goodbye.
Oh my goodness. Maybe she knows everything by now.
The old man is bragging about having a lot of money. And today we're going to prove if it's true that he's prepared to do whatever he has to do to be able to make Ana Lucia become his wife.
There's one detail that I haven't told you. Well, something very small and significant. I have already met Isidro.
Iñaki, why do you always tell me these things one drop at a time?
Yes.
Where do you know him from?
Well, we met only once. Your uncle was interested in buying some properties that he had at the beach, and in the end, the old guy ended up stinking rich because the properties he had were worth millions.
Well, then he's going to have no problem in giving us all the money we're going to ask from him.
Who knows? Maybe greed will overcome him.
No. Finally, he's going to have Ana Lucia, just like he's always dreamed of, in his arms.
What an imbecile.
I'm sure that he's not going to be able to resist.
Oh, when that old guy realizes that he isn't going to get anything in return, you're going to leave him. Start craving mad over your sister.
He's going to be so furious that he'll be capable of killing her.
That's what we want, right?
Uh-huh.
That the old guy does all the dirty work.
Exactly, dear.
Right.
Yes.
You're so good at this.
Yes.
Don't leave her on her own, please. Never leave her alone.
No, of course not. In fact, right now, I'm going to look for her, and I'm not going to separate from her.
I feel better now that I know you're always going to protect her.
Don't even have the slightest doubt about that, Marcelo.
Santiago. I'm Santiago. Don't get us mixed up.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. You know, it isn't easy to see you and talk to you like this. And what's going to happen when your other personality comes out?
I don't know. I have no idea what Marcelo's position is going to be in all of this. How he's going to react, and... It's best for you to be prepared for when he takes control again.
You have to stop him.
I can't.
It's for the sake of my nieces.
Every day I fight against him. Every hour, every moment. Even now I can feel him scratching me under my skin, trying hard to get out. The problem is I don't always win the battle.
Well, there has to be some way to stop him.
There is, but I don't just want to stop him. I'm determined to see him destroyed for good.
I'm glad that Nerino went home to rest. The poor soul didn't sleep a wink. Where's my godson? Do you know anything about him? He hasn't come to see me.
Yesterday, Santiago spent a whole day in the hospital. He was the first one to see you, but you were still sleeping.
Is something wrong? Why are you like this?
I don't want to bother you with my problems. I just want you to recover soon so you can leave the hospital.
Santiago has spoken with you, hasn't he? He's finally told you the truth. Is that it, Ana Lucia?
Yes. I know everything. And I am dying in pain here.
And when were you diagnosed with that tumor?
Just a few weeks ago when I went to have some tests done.
And have you talked to your doctor about, well, you know, how long?
More or less a year. The tumor is growing and it will kill me.
But there has to be something that can be done.
There is the option of surgery, but I have to have it as soon as possible.
And when are you going to have that operation?
Never.
What do you mean, never?
No, I am not going to have that surgery.
But...
When I got to the boarding house, she was no longer there. And neither were her things.
Oh my goodness.
She left me a letter where she said goodbye to me, where she asked me to forgive her. But she left, Mrs. Remedios. She just left like a coward, and as usual, she ran away because she didn't have the guts to face me.
Don't talk like that. Try to understand her. Your mother was always dominated by fear.
She is not my mother.
Yes, she is your mother. Despite the mistake she committed, Soledad earned that right. She brought you up with a lot of love. You never had to want for anything with her. She devoted her entire life to loving you, to raising you.
But I didn't ask her to do that. Nobody asked her to do it. She kept me out of selfishness just to fill up the empty space that was left by her own real daughter, Sophia.
Be quiet, don't talk like that.
But it's the truth. She found me alone and lost in the river. She took me in just like the way you would take a wounded animal to give it shelter and some food to eat, and in return, you got your very own pet, who love you and keep you company.
Be quiet. Shut up, you are being too hard on her, Ana Lucia.
I am being realistic. I'm telling you the truth. That was what I was to her. I'm just an object. Her own little doll of flesh and blood whose hair she could brush and dress up in frilly things that she had left behind for her beloved dead daughter.
Heavens, my goodness, Ana Lucia, stop. Please be quiet now. Good grief.
I can never forgive her. I will never forgive her, never. Never. I've tried it, I swear to you. Even after I read her letter, I wanted to find somewhere in my head just one reason. Some sort of justification for me not to hate her for what she did, but no. I opened the chest where she had always hidden everything, all of her secrets.
She didn't take it with her?
No. She left it there on top of the bed. She always knew what she did, Mrs. Remedios. All the newspaper clippings, all the photographs of my parents, of me, of my grandma, of my 2 sisters. She always knew that my family was looking out for me, that they were shattered, that they were desperately trying to find me. She always knew about it and she did nothing. She did nothing.
Viridiana,
What?
some policemen just walked in the shop.
Good afternoon. May I help you with something?
We're looking for Mrs. Soledad Hernandez.
And may I ask what for?
We have an arrest warrant here under her name.
Soledad!
Oh, I was
Oh,
about to
no.
look for you. I want you to look over, please, what I'm going to take with me, Ceci.
No, just leave it. The police are here. They say that they've come to arrest you.